Hello everyone, welcome to chapter 7, and in this chapter we will learn structuring system process requirements. And what we will learn inside this chapter, firstly understand logical modeling of processes by studying examples of data flow diagrams, and draw data flow diagrams following specific rules and grid lines that lead to accurate and well-structured process models. Decompose data flow diagrams into lower level diagrams. Balance higher level and lower level data flow diagrams, and explain the differences among four types of DFDs: current physical, current logical, and new physical and new logical, and use data flow diagrams as a tool to support this analysis of information systems. Discuss process modeling for electronic commerce applications. And we can see this here process modeling in this picture. And process modeling is continuous here and graphically represent the processes that capture, manipulate, store, and disturb data between a system and its environment and among system components, and utilize information gathered during requirement determination. And processes and data structures are modeled. What deliverables and outcomes, context data flow diagram, scope of system, DFDs of current physical system, adequate detail only, and DFDs of current logical system, enables analysts to understand current system. And deliverables and outcomes is continuous, and DFDs of new logical system, technology independent, show data flows, structure, and functional requirements of new system through description of each DFD's components. And data flow diagramming machines represent both physical and logical information systems. Only 4 symbols are used, and useful for defining purely logical information flows. DFDs that detail physical systems differ from system flowcharts, which depict details of physical computing equipment. And we can see this picture definition and symbols, which symbols and means you can see here. And definition and symbols: firstly, process, what's the process, and work or action performed on data inside the system. And data source is data at rest, again inside the system in this data source. And source or scene, external entity that is origin or destination of data outside the system. Data flows, arrows, depicting movement of data. And context diagram. Context diagram is an overview of an organizational system that shows the system boundaries, external entities that interact with the system, major information flows between the entities and the system, is not for only one process symbol, and no data store is shown. And context diagram is here. Customer, kitchen, and restaurant manager, for example, is here. And developing DFDs is continuous, and level 0 diagram is a data flow diagram that represents system major processes, data flows, and data stores at a high level of detail. Processes are labeled 1 and 2, etc. These will be decomposed into more parametry in lower level, for DFDs. And level 0 diagram is here, and data flow diagramming rules. There are two data flow diagramming rules, grid lines that apply. The inputs to a process are different from the outputs of that process, and process proposed is to transform inputs into outputs. And object on a DFD have unique names. Every process has a unique name. And data flow diagramming rules in this table we can look at here. And the composition of DFDs functions decomposition is an intermediate process of breaking a system description down into finer and final detail, and prepares a set of charts in which one process on a given chart is explained in greater detail on another chart. Continues until no sub-process can logically be broken down any further. And primarily, DFD is the lowest level of DFD. And level 1 diagram is a result from decomposition of level 0 diagram. And level n diagram is a DFD diagram that is the result of n nested decompositions from a process on a level 0 diagram. And in this picture, level 1 DFDs, and level 1 DFDs show the sub-process of one of the process in the level 0 DFD, and this is level 1 DFD for the process, and something like this. And is here level n DFD, and balancing DFDs conversation principle, and conserve inputs and outputs to a process at the next level of